Hello everybody, this is Roxy. Today's class is going to be a good one. We're going to have fun today. Got my nails done. I had to repair a couple, they went bad. Moved them up, made them look a lot better. I mean, got to do it yourself, save a little money. Today we're going to work with tools. So this is going to be fun. This is nuclear biological day today. I decided NBC was about time. This is your first major NBC class. See this large amount of plastic, and it ain't cheap. It's 10 foot by 25 foot, 3.5 mils. Goes over the windows, and we'll show you. Here we're going to show you a shot of where we're going to put those. It's kind of, just want to move the camera. We got a window over here. See this window over here? What you do is you apply the plastic to the outside and the inside, right here on the inside, and to the base. See the base of where my dogs are over there. Cute little stuff over there, anyhow. But all that stuff over there, there's my spider over there. We'll talk about him later. But anyhow, you're going to put it all the way down to the base and all the way up to the top and on the sides, on both sides. When we get the camera back in place, we'll talk about what we're doing. To do this, you need something to attach it with. That means you probably don't need to use teamwork. Teamwork's the best way. Wide. Prefer you get wide, because we're talking about an air seal. The nuclear bomb has just went off. There's a potential blast, so you have to get back, give it just to give it a little time. But before that fallout starts falling, which you got about 10 minutes on the fallout if you ain't blown away, or the shock wave hasn't hit you by then, you're most likely going to survive. For example, I live in May. It's Dallas. 60 miles, pretty much on the edge. There's going to be plenty of radiation though. Ooh, there's going to be plenty of radiation. That's why you need this duct tape. Yep, look at this big wide duct tape. Let me take a good look there. What brand is it? It's Duck brand duct tape. And that's a free commercial for them, I guess. They're a good brand. It's thick and it holds pretty good. Gorilla tape's good too. Other brands are too, but this Husky, it's like a drop cloth. It's found in the paint department. You gotta have that. That's enough to do. I have 3 windows in this building and a door. I want to do all 4 devices. That's enough to do all 4 entrances. Secondary. After the first day, you want those sealed. Those have to be sealed on the first day. Then, due to confusion and security becomes one of the key components. So this is where tools come in. You must. It's not should you, could you, would you like one, or whatever. Unprofessional. Okay. Here's the drill. This one's a Walmart one. It's pretty good. It's got a good battery. You can charge up the battery, and you can put screws into the wall, big screws. And you see that door over there? Right there, I'm pointing at. That door comes off the hinges. You put that door, or 2 of these doors, across there to keep people from breaking into your apartment. You got interior doors, you probably want to use all of them except for one. Use the doors to barricade the windows. You need screws, and you can take the cabinet doors off, use them. Secure the sector. Secure your area. Make sure you got a peephole somewhere you can look at, but be careful because people are going to be wanting to steal stuff, I guess. So you always got a bad person out there, and since you got all the good stuff, they're going to be at your house. But that's what we got our 22 for. I mean, you don't want to have to shoot nobody, but if you can scare them away, do so. If it makes it difficult, they always move on down the street and find your neighbor who's Mrs. Easy, or their windows are wide open and they got chandeliers and all that. But they don't got this. Camp stoves run by butane. I have one for butane and one for propane, and I have both kind of bottles, because sometimes when you're scavenging, you're not always going to find a regular propane bottle. You might have to have a butane bottle. Having 2 stoves And they both lightweight. Somebody in your family, one of the smaller kids, can carry the stove. So it comes in a nice case. They can carry it, part of your bug out package. Let the children carry this. They probably can't, but still it's important. Tell them they still have an important job, not to let it open or anything or break anything, because that's how we cook our food. Get that participation. Now, in order to do all these things that you want to do, including secure that really, really good to the wall, especially if you're going to cover that window back over there, when we talked about. You need them drills. You might want to set some deep screws and big screws in there. You might want to drill a few pilot holes through there. So put some washers behind it. Make it strong, you know. I'd say get some washers and put behind the screws. I got a whole bag full of different screws. Every time you see some big screws, you find them on the ground, keep them. If you can buy them at the garage, they'll buy them. Big screws are good to secure to the studs. If you don't secure to the studs, they're going to knock that barricade you got down. It could be the matter of life and death. And having all the good tools to secure it extra good, because hey, you can even if you got some metal strips around your house, you can drill holes in there and put metal strips. You can booby trap your window if you want. At that point in time, we have to stay inside for 2 weeks. You all know this. Oh, that's right. We're studying this. What happens when the new comes? Duck cover. You know, you used to say in school, kiss your butt goodbye. We used to get underneath our tables like that's just kindling for a fire, but you know, that's the safe place to be. Sometimes then we decided that Texas got smart. Texas wasn't like Montana on the nuclear. Oh, that's right. I grew up in that time. During Kennedy. The missile crisis. I was a missile crisis child, so survivalism it was in my life. We used to hide out but in Texas they were smart. They had always had tornadoes, so they always went in Texas they all went to the middle of the building, to the halls, and that's where we all sat, ducked and covered our heads. But in some schools they were teaching us to get underneath our desk right next to a window. I was looking out this window and I'm thinking, nuke, fry, burn. Because at a young age I learned it. That's why your kids need to learn. Look, get all this stuff here. You know, I don't put that kids should watch this because I might cuss or something. It's at your discretion on what your children watch that. I'm trying to just teach everybody survival. I know some people don't get the transgender part. That's why if you're an adult, you're here. Your turn to learn. It has nothing to do with my gender. I look gorgeous doing all this stuff. We're not going to talk all about that. We're talking about survival. So we got our stoves. And today's Pacific class, thank you to the 50 cal box. This is not here. Why? I'm going to go get it. Alright, here we go. This is a major box. But our nuclear biological, you gotta seal those doors, you gotta seal them entrance ways. We're gonna have more classes on the nuclear biological, or we're back to the 50 cal box. So this is part of our prep. This is called additional prep. People want to know, what are these? Oh, these are the coolest. We're gonna demonstrate some today. I just happen to have some in my purse. But this is what they're called when they come in a bag. This bag has never been opened, but it's got I think it's for all ages. It's got these little miniature towels inside here. It's 100 pieces. This is like your emergency toilet paper, everything. I'm gonna show you one of them. They're just absolutely amazing. And there's another thing we got in there. Another set of solar panels. Yet again, Roxy has more solar panels. This is one of your bigger arrays. Your miniature bigger arrays. Store you for USB storage. We want to generate as much wattage as we can. We're out in the wilderness. If we've got things that we want to run, we still have to have power. And I put aluminum foil around it. People think, well, Roxy's crazy, they got aluminum foil hat around it. No, EMP, hun. EMP inside of this 50 cal box, wrapped in this. I can almost guarantee this will survive. Oh, and here's the big ones. Big ones. Y'all want to see a big one? We won't do a little one because they're the same principle. This is the big one though. This is expensive. I'm gonna do this for my class only because I love y'all, and I got plenty more. See, I got a bunch more. I only demonstrate one for this class. I'll probably use it all week though because I do love them. But I'm gonna show you what this turns into. You can buy these on Amazon. Here's what they look like. Got another one right there. See? I'm going to show you what they do. Is we got to open them. And of course, what does Roxy not have? Doesn't have a knife again. Always, I don't have a knife. What is wrong with me? Well, I do have tweezers, so tweezers will work to cut it open. We got to cut this thing open like it was sealed. Like it's ready for atomic war. Oh, there it goes. Quite compressed. I don't know how the hell they compressed this much. Now this little tablet, I'm gonna let you look at it from his side. You can see that it's some kind of towel looking thing. It must be folded all up and compressed in the package, basically squishy. Throw the paper away. Let me throw the paper away. You put water on it. I'm going to quickly turn on the water. My water pressure's a little low today. But we got enough water. And guess what we got right here? Look at this. This is a wash rag. It's not cloth. This is cloth. It's not a paper towel. This is not a paper. This is an actual cloth towel. Do you know how valuable one of these is for a woman, a mother? This is for your mommies. When you got children, you're trying to keep them clean, you need a washcloth, honey. This here's a washcloth and it's lightweight and it can be in your package. Ain't no excuse for you not to be prepared because you have children. We all have a responsibility for them. We're going to take them along. They're going to carry something. I guarantee you even the 3-year-old's going to carry something. I'm going to make them hold on to something. I may have to put it around their neck, make sure they don't fall off, but maybe I'll put a roll of duct tape on a necklace on there. So that, but there's somebody going to carry something because we all got to share the weight. Even the children. Children have no excuse. When I was young, my mama wasn't nice about it. She'd tell you, go out there and play in the traffic. She didn't care. You get killed, you get killed. They take us by and let us show us a dog in the road. When the dog gets run over, that's a lesson where you learn what that's about and use what you don't want. But I'm a prepper. I was traumatized as a child. A burn blanket. I actually have a burn blanket. Can you believe that? I have, girls, you know what this is. It can be used for a lot of things, but you know what it is. You should have that in your box. Now you probably think it's creepy that I have it in my box. Well, these things can be used for bandages, hon, and they're very good. Bleeding of one kind or another, it doesn't matter, they're absorbent. And they're inexpensive. I can't afford fancy stuff. Although I do have some fancy stuff. Got me an air pump. Why do I got me an air pump that runs on batteries? Ask me why. When you need to start a fire, you need a good source of air. And check this out. Well, it obviously it's failed because it don't have no batteries in it. Oh, the batteries ain't. Okay, let me check. Well, that should work. Well, we'll see why here in a minute. Put all this in here. These things have to be maintained. Things like blower motors, if you're going to keep them. Probably blowing up a few air mattresses with them. These are used for air mattresses, by the way. And there's always somebody want to bring an air mattress. Get your hands on one, it might be nice to have. Now, it's not working, needs some new batteries in it. I put some new D batteries. I use the big old D batteries. It'll blow air. You can use that to start fires. Battery powered. You got the burn blanket, and then you see me towels, which we got the towels in there. Oh, what's down in here? Oh, it's gonna be a fun day today. My favorite hook in the world. This is what you catch them catfish down here on the lake with. Yes, yes, yes. And I love little sinkers. All the little slip sinkers. Oh God. I got the poles. Fishing poles. Don't make me excited. You make me want to talk about fishing. We ain't doing a fishing class today. We'll talk about that later. Bobber. Gotta have that. You can catch a carp. The carps are so easy to catch and they're good eating. You ain't got nothing else. There's sure a lot of them in this lake. Here's a beverage. Oh, this comes from inside of an MRE. As you see inside of here, we have some toilet paper. A little wrap of toilet paper. We got some gum and we got some towelettes. And then right here in this thing is a beverage, a fruit beverage, or water. Make your water taste good. This is one. This is out of MRE that you get. That's one called sub packages, which we're gonna open one, but this is a sub package, so I put them in here. And I got my comb. I got my pillowcase in here. They keep varmints with snakes in the pillowcase. It always works. Got my disinfectant spray. Even in the woods, you need disinfectant. Got a pair of pliers. Always useful tool. Pliers inside the 50 cal box. Oh, another pair of needle nose. You see, I got a lot of needle nose. I like needle nose pliers for some reason. But they're a very handy tool. You can get by with less than what I'm doing because I'm overdoing it. Oh, look at what we got in the bottom of here. Remember I was telling you about that wonderful way of cooking? Well, this is your MRE's cooking bags. And they make a hell of a bunch of heat. They're very dangerous too. You gotta be careful with them. They'll burn you. They make steam actually. And heat up food. It's I think it's carbide crystals. Let's see, what was the active ingredient in here? Contains hydrogen, a flammable vapor. Yeah. Vapors released by activating heat can displace oxygen. I mean, these things get hot. Anyhow, they got instructions. You can tell you all how to use them. Yeah, put it up there for a minute. It says do not overfill. I mean, it's a chemical reaction with water. Anyhow, I think it's carbide crystals. What it is. Like old lanterns make methane gas. I think it's similar to that. This is even more reactive. It's our military minds that worked all that out. And we showed you the hooks and sinkers. And that's about all that's in this box. And we got all this stuff back in this box. Bothering y'all. It's all this box. Survival blanket there. But this is what I got in my 50 cal box. Well, yes, it's a little extra, a little redundant, but I keep it in the box because I'm going to be putting more electronics in here. I'll be displacing other things. I need a second bag, I really do, to be honest with you, to really have enough for one person. One person would really need to carry a hell of a lot, but if you break it up between you and your wife, or kids carrying something, I mean, everybody got to carry something. But what we're first going to do is we're going to, well, if it's nuclear, we got to set in place. We're stuck there for 2 darn weeks. You better have enough water. Whew, 2 weeks. Have you ever stayed inside 2 weeks? You'd go bat crazy almost. I've never been in the house for 2 whole weeks, I don't think. I was in the house once for a whole week and almost drove me mad. I don't know, I don't see how people can stay indoors all the time. But I'm a grandma, we can have them toting a 50 cal box around. But this is what it is. We're just trying to have fun. We're having fun, that's what we're doing. We're almost done. Shouldn't make y'all have to wait. I forgot tape. I always have more tape. What are we gonna do if that biological hits? Let's review today's lessons real quick. That biological hits, nuclear weapon, boom, we see cover. Then we find out what's going on. Then we know that if we didn't get blown away within about 5 or 10 minutes and we're not dead, and the building we're still in is relatively intact, then we go into survival mode. We cover those entrance ways where that radioactive dust can get in. We cover our mouth. You know what are these rags good for? Wet rags have been known, if you wear them like this, well, radiation's in the air. Not only does it keep your mouth moist, and you're in there by yourself, so if you look like this all day with the rubber band around you, it doesn't matter as long as you ain't breathing that radioactive dust in your lungs. That's what gets you. It'll get you every time, that radioactive dust in the lungs. You make that first 2 weeks, you damn well going to be able to survive, because guess what we got? The most important thing you carry. I'm going to show it to you today in NBC, the most important one. You know, I said I should have it with me at all times. That's why it is in my dang purse. It's my raccoon, by the way. It's funny, ain't it? I like it because it's got fur. Girls got fashion statements. And I keep looking in the wrong place. I was looking at my little fancy purse for it, because you can carry it in that purse there. It's small enough, but I put it in here because it is that important. It's your NBC radiation dose meter card. See, I got it upside down or right? Nope, I got it the right way. Let's get a close-up shot of that. Well, get out of the light. That's right there. Now, focus. It has different levels, and it shows you where your radiation, and it shows you the different levels of radiation. So this is your default. Your default is right here. This is your actual detection area. If that area turns to a dark color, that means you've been exposed to radiation. And right now, the color strip right here shows normal radiation, which is less than, see, this is a reference. It's on the reference. As long as the reference is there, you don't see no discoloration on this bar right across here, then you know that you're okay. So having this on you, and at the end of 2 weeks, if you've not registered a significant amount on this, and these only cost you $20, by the way, on Amazon, and if you buy them in multiples, like packages of 4, I think you get them for like $30. But every member of the family could have 1 or 2 in a household. Of all the investments, this $20 investment is better than the insurance, because I don't know. Sometimes you want to know if you die. Other people, they don't want to know. But me, if I'm dying, I want to know it, because it has to do with the amount of risk I'm willing to take. You know, as long as you're alive and you're happy and healthy, you don't want to take no risks. But the closer you get to death, the more risks you want to take, you know. What are they going to do? You're 65, you know. What are they going to do to Miss Roxanne if she went mad and did this and this? No, that's not me. That's not me. I ain't going to do nothing. I'm just here to survive. And I'm teaching a survival class. And we're having fun. And what is this? K's Cosmetics? Probably. Oh, that's my insurance. Hey. But anyhow, where is the... We done buried the mouse up under everything here. There it is. Well, goodbye, friends and family. We enjoyed it. We're going to talk about some new stuff. And tomorrow, Saturday, church tomorrow. Y'all be here for church. It'll be in the... It's a Sabbath, so I don't sleep late. It should be about 3 o'clock in order before sundown. Sabbath's over on the sundown on Saturday. So it starts at sundown tonight. On Fridays when the Sabbath starts. But that's a whole nother deal. So if you want to learn about why the Sabbath is the Sabbath and why I I believe that the Sabbath's so important. Well, that'd be the first. Well, you know what? That'd be the first church service I have. Why the Sabbath is important. We might as well start somewhere. But I appreciate all my friends and followers. Thank y'all again. And this is Roxanne. Remy Fatil Jagani.